I got hit by that car, and they had to bring in a new car because the car was totaled. Playing Peter Sutherland in The Night Agent has me running from explosions, falling through glass, and making weapons out of anything I can find. I'm here with my fight coordinator, Josh, and we're gonna take you behind the stunts of The Night Agent, Season 1 and 2. Where's the bad guy? He's in the trash. Where all criminals belong, in the trash.
So what this fight did really well was it set the tone for how Peter's gonna fight in basically all of The Night Agent. He's scrappy, he's resourceful, he's trying to stay alive. And when you watch Gabe or Peter fighting, you really believe that it's happening.
Get him.
It's a good hit.
Matt, my stunt double in Season 1, took the car hit, and then I leapt off the car and tried to match his body positioning in midair. Yeah, it cut together well. Get him, Peter.
You really can't go through a fight on a beach with rocks everywhere without hurting a little bit. So really the goal of the stunt coordinator, the fight coordinator, is to make sure that you don't get injured.
I think he just sort of fights how he knows how to fight. And then if he's losing, that's when the writers throw Rose in there to help him out. Dude, that leap, did you see that leap?
Quite an acrobat.
It's important for me to do my own fights and stuff like this. It makes for a more immersive experience. Being there and seeing more at once, I feel like, is more impactful to the audience than having to cut away right as the guy gets hit because it's a stunt guy. Or if Josh were to come in and say, hey man, this isn't working with you doing this, I wouldn't insist that I be there doing it. Choke his ass out, Peter. Get him. Switch to a bow and arrow choke. Lock it in. Finish him. Love defeats hate, despite Dale's best efforts to cock block and kill my love.
Can we say that?
This is where I attack Briggs for being a traitor. Boom. I can imagine that was like getting hit by some sort of pachyderm centaur creature. It had spiritual implications, that hit. Toby, who plays Briggs, had some really gnarly concussion, and I had to be like really careful here not to actually rock him, so I sort of run offline and then let him fall. See how I sort of just like let my arm hit him, and then he pretends like I hit him hard. Bop. Left hand. I'd say that's my signature, is that overhand left sort of hook thing, because I do that in every fight.
So these are two characters in this scene that obviously both have a background in training, so the choreography reflects that. You see them implementing things like judo throws and arm bars and eye gouges, and there's clearly experience that's being taken into account when you put the moves together for these guys. Well done.
Sick, man. The jumping through the shutters was pretty fun. The wire actually kind of hurt because it was so thin and your whole body weight's pulling at the wire. You know, with pull-up bars or anything like that, it's made to hold on to, but the thinner the thing is, the more it cuts into your hand.
Nice.
The hardest thing about this whole night, because I think we filmed it all on the same night, was just the amount of running. I think we ran from like 8 p.m. to somewhere around 1 or 2 in the morning, just sprinting. Sepsis, immediate sepsis, dude.
I need your help.
For the most part, this was pretty exhausting fight. It was, I think, the first fight on the show that we worked on, and Teddy's a big dude. You know, I know it might not look that way, but he's, what, like 6'4", something like that?
And this one really kind of showcases something that we wanted to try to accomplish this season, which was some longer, more ambitious takes, really showcasing how much Gabe can bring to a fight scene. When you have someone very capable, we're allowed to live in a take for much longer, and I think it really shows how exciting that can be. Yeah, that hit's great. What was originally scripted was this fight was supposed to be on a rooftop. So you're gonna have a lot of wide open space and the characters would get away from each other very easily. And then the location switched. We ended up in this basement. And then suddenly Peter's got both guys on him at all times, which lent itself to what the choreography ultimately ended up being, which was this panicked, gotta survive situation.
Yeah, this fall wasn't supposed to happen originally. Nico, when I slammed him into the cabinet, who's a stunt guy on my back, we just got up and continued with it. It's sort of the fun of stunt fights. There's no way to fake that, you know, we hit the wall pretty hard.
And those are moments that you can't always choreograph. They just happen organically and they end up being the best stuff.
Thank you, Josh, for being here.
Thank you, Gabe.
Thanks for watching, and thank you to the amazing stunt team on The Night Agent. Watch seasons 1 and 2 on Netflix now.